What's going on, everybody? So today we're doing a drywall repair. They had a leak from the AC, and let me show you real quick what happened here. So there was this is a second story attic, or the second story room, but in the attic the AC unit is up there, and there was a leak somewhere on there, and I think they fixed the leak, but there's some stains here and some tape coming off from the ceiling. So we're gonna be replacing that tape, texturing. I cut out a little sample from there. So it leaked through here, it accumulated on the floor, and it went through the floor into the downstairs ceiling. So there's a stain downstairs, so we're gonna try to color match it. It looks to be the same white all around. So I got the sample from here because I'm gonna be taping this anyways, and downstairs I'm not doing that, so I don't want to cut a sample from down there. So I'm going to fix that. We got some baseboard repair, some carpet repair here, some carpet repair here as well, baseboards, and then this is the major part. This is a closet and the drywall. They removed the drywall from here, the insulation that we got to replace here, and on the part of the section over here. And the light fixture, let me show you this real quick. The light wasn't turning on, and I figured it was just because you know, the light bulb was burnt out. But when I got up here, this is the light bulb. Let me shake it real quick. It's full of water, so I'm going to be removing this box. I'm pretty sure we're going to probably install a recessed light in here instead of this. But this is what we're doing. This is the upstairs. Let's go downstairs and show you the damage down there. This is the damaged area down here. There's just a stain here in the ceiling. The problem here with the ceilings, it goes throughout the whole house almost. So it goes into the kitchen area, and then it turns around into a hallway to the right side. So we're gonna try to avoid that, and hopefully the color matches. Or if it's pretty close, we can probably cut it off here in one of these angles where the light diffuses anyways. So you won't be able to tell that much. But let's get to it. Alright, so the insulation is up in the ceiling area, and we left our wire coming down from there for our new light fixture. And we already cut our drywall. We're about to put it up here. So we're up here in the attic, removing the insulation that was a little bit wet. So this is pretty much the hallway area, and it goes up a little bit past that. So we already removed it, and we're about to install the new one. Alright, so the installation is done up here. We're about to clean it up and head back downstairs. We're using a PPG seal grip primer for the stain, and as you guys can see, the stains right here. So we're gonna do 2 light coats and see how that turns out. And after that, we'll try our color match on the ceiling.
So we're doing the patch. We're continuing with the drywall work from the leak. And a lot of the times we don't have the correct tool for the texture. We don't know exactly what the previous contractor used. So sometimes you gotta let out your inner artist and use whatever you have to get the job done, or to be able to get as close as you can to the texture. What we're using here is a regular grouting sponge. As you can see, we've used it for a couple years now, and it's a little beat up. So it's perfect to match this texture that we have up in the ceiling. Now what we ended up doing was pinched off some sections off of the sponge so we can have higher and lower valleys on it, or areas. And now we're gonna dip it into our mud And that's our little smaller sample. So this is already our prepped area, our prepped ceiling, and we're gonna be dabbing it. So we'll show you the product after. All right, guys, and you're gonna dip it in there. It really depends on the consistency of your existing texture that you have. We don't want a lot of mud on the sponge because, as you can see, that's matching up pretty close to the thickness of the texture. Of course, after we dab it, we're going to knock it down to be able to give us the exact same finish. But this is this. You know, and that might be a little thin. We might have to put a little bit more mud, but I mean, you get the idea at the end. All right, guys, so we have our texture already done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna knock it down so that we can get those longer lines that you see, you know what I mean? So those peaks that you have, if you leave them there, they're gonna stay like peaks and it's gonna look like a patch. So we were trying to match what we have on the ceiling. So what we're gonna do, grab our this is a 12-inch spatula for mudding drywall, and we're just gonna take our spatula and lightly press down our knockdown to knock down those points. And that's going to extend them a little bit. And it's going to get our texture a little bit closer to what we originally had on the ceiling. Of course, it's a patch, and there's no way that you can get a patch 100%, you know, unless you were the exact same person, you had the exact same mix, and you were using the exact same thing that you used to be able to patch it. But you can get it to where it's pretty close, and you won't be able to tell unless you really look hard and you knew that it was there.
Okay, so this is the following day. The texture has dry, and I just want to show you what it looks like before we paint it. So this is what it looks like. I think the texture turned out pretty close to what's up there. Now we just got to cover the stains with a with that PPG primer, and that's pretty much it. And then paint it.
All right, guys, so we're rolling on our texture. We had rolled texture inside of this closet, and we already have everything sanded down. Now we're rolling on our texture. Whenever you do this, you want to make sure that you water down your mud, and be sure that you don't have any, like where you see those white marks, that you don't have any big overlaps or overruns from the roller. You want to be sure to make sure that you have a pretty even spread of the mud. Now you see those lines there because the roller had white paint on it from before. So that's really paint. It's not a mark from where he's adding too much pressure to the roller. You want to make sure that you're applying even pressure, and then go back and forth in between your spread to make sure that that is being nice and evened out.
Alright, so the paint's dried, and you can't even tell where we patched it. If you think it's there, you're incorrect. That's still a wet spot from the paint drying. But we try to do our best. And this is the results of their color match in this living room area. The color was perfect. It is a perfect match. No more water stain. Alright, so this closet is wrapped up as far as our work. The paint's still drying on the walls and on the base. All it needs is a good carpet washing, but compared to what it was, it turned out pretty good. So there you guys have it. Make sure you give it a like, thumbs up, comment. So on to the next one. Peace.